I'm now going to show you how to use transfer sheets. This is a transfer sheet. It is an acetate sheet which on it is coloured cocoa butter which has been sprayed on in a pattern. There's lots and lots of different transfer sheets that are available. We've got about 90 on our website, so there's many different transfer sheets to choose from. One of the things you have to bear in mind when you're using transfer sheets is the colour of the sheet itself, so that you know what colour chocolate to put underneath it. This one here is a gold swirl pattern which would work well on either white chocolate, milk chocolate or dark chocolate, but some of the other sheets, like for example a leopard print sheet, wouldn't show up on dark or milk. You would need to be using white chocolate so that you can see the pattern. So you put the transfer sheet down onto your work surface with the cocoa butter side facing upwards. This is some of the chocolate that we have tempered in the last video, and then we just pour this on, as so, the chocolate to one side, and then using a spatula we're going to spread the chocolate to cover the transfer sheet. Okay. Now any excess chocolate that's left on the outside will go hard. We can take that off and we can use that chocolate again and we can melt it back down again. So there's never any waste with chocolate. Now, while we're waiting for this to dry, what will happen is at the moment the chocolate is wet and shiny. The next stage that will happen, which will be 1 to 2 minutes, the chocolate around the outside edge here will start to dull, and as it starts to dull, that is the chocolate now starting to set. The inside of the centre part of the transfer sheet will stay quite wet for a period of time, but that eventually, as I say, 2 to 3 minutes will start to pass. Now you could do a couple of things with this. You could either cut a strip and wrap it around a small cake and make a little cake with a transfer sheet pattern on it, and you would do that at this stage while the chocolate is still wet. You could cut shards, which is what we're going to do in a minute, with a sharp knife to create stand-up pieces that you can put around the edge of a cake. Or you could cut out smaller shapes like hearts or something else that you could use as more specific things on a cake. Now the chocolate's already starting to dry around the outside. You can see again the middle bit here is still quite shiny. The dark chocolate will set faster than the milk and the white because it's got a higher cocoa solid than all the others. You see, if you can lift it off now, you can see around the outside edges it is now starting to become quite set. So you would take a sharp knife and then literally just pull it along the chocolate like that to create some panels or shards to go around the edge of a cake. And then you could either cut them straight across. You can measure the height of your cake, see how tall your cake is, and either cut them across if you like them straight, or if you prefer them jagged, you could cut them across like that. Now, once we've done that, this isn't the moment to pull off the transfer sheet. You now go and put the transfer sheet in the fridge so that it completely hardens, and that will take about 20 minutes. And then in 20 minutes time, we'll peel off the sheet and the pattern will be shown on the transfer sheet. Right, these are the transfer sheets that we've now taken out of the fridge. They've had 20 minutes to set. And then as you can see, if we peel the chocolate back carefully, the pattern has now completely come off the transfer sheet. We've got some pieces of chocolate that are straight and some that are shards. Turn it around that way. The sheet itself is a one-use only. Transfer sheets are a one-use only, so all the pattern has now come off the sheet and has now been imprinted onto the chocolate, and this is an edible product.